Are you running a game for murder hobos? Do your players suffer from main character syndrome? Worst of all, do you have a horny bard in the party? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need Tiamat, Queen of Dragons and Slayer of Parties since 1975. She's guaranteed to lay down the law and teach your party a thing or two about humility. Don't believe me? Here's everything this Dragon's Law firm has to offer. You'd be hard-pressed to find a monster with more time in the game than Tiamat, and that experience means she has multiple stat blocks for any situation. While her Fizbin offerings are powerful in their own right, how does over 500 HP that almost fully heals when she hits 0 sound? I would actually recommend her Tyranny of Dragons package for particularly tricky cases. That's what I'll be focusing on, but with Tiamat, you can't go wrong. Many have tried to take down the Mother of Dragons, and many have failed. When it comes to defense, there's nobody better in the business. Over 600 hit points, 25 AC, 5 legendary resistances, and immunity to fire, acid, lightning, cold, and poison damage. Sue her at your own risk. And that's if your case even makes it to court. Anyone who attempts to file against her with magic is in for a surprise. She's immune to any spells of 6th level or lower. Kinda like rich people in America. She's above the law. When Tiamat's on the case, you know your party isn't getting off lightly. She always brings the heat. And the cold. And the lightning. Those heads aren't just for show. She gets 5 legendary actions every round and can spend 2 to make a breath weapon attack. No recharge required. Let me paint you a courthouse picture. Your players roll in, confident. Maybe they even hit her once or twice. Cute. Tiamat's turn rolls around, and she only regains 30 hit points, scares them with frightful presence, uses her claws and tail, and then blasts them with 2 breath weapons while they scramble around in their turns. And she can bite them once too. Case closed. But let's be clear, Tiamat isn't just some mindless brute. You don't pass the bar without learning a thing or two along the way. Both her intelligence and wisdom scores are a whopping 26, and her awareness is out of this world. Her perception is also plus 26, with a passive score of 36. Your party's not getting any surprise witnesses past her, or exploiting loopholes she doesn't know. Illusions? Nice try. She's got true sight too. Nope, if they're taking her on, it'll be on her terms. If they're lucky, she might let them get away with a plea deal. Maybe a few lifetimes of community service in her name. Otherwise, she's putting the done in Dungeons and Dragons. And the dragons? I don't know, we're still workshopping that one. While she is godlike in power, Tiamat isn't perfect. If you're hiring her for the job, keep this in mind. While her stats are insane, the one weakness would be dexterity. It's only a 10. Not a big deal for saving throws with so many legendary resistances, but it does mean she's likely to roll lower in the initiative order. Against higher level players, she can get nuked by powerful attacks and abilities before getting to truly flex her might. That's where her intelligence comes into play. Tiamat wants them coming into her law firm, not the other way around. Having her high in the sky or deep inside her lair will keep her well positioned for the case ahead, even if the players get to state their arguments first. Other than that, nothing short of an act of the gods will save your players. I almost feel bad for them, but I don't. If you need your party taken down a peg, and you want it done right, then you need to hire Tiamat. Sure, some would label it an overreaction to send a godlike monster at your players just because they want you to stop giving 20-minute lore dumps, but who cares when you have the Queen of Dragons on your side? Tiamat, she gets the job done, if that job is killing your party.
Tiamat is not liable for any burns, frostbite, or poisoning that occurs while working on a case. Payment should be made in the form of a horde, delivered directly to the 9 hells. Tiamat does not accept cases involving arrows of dragon slaying, Bahamut worshippers, or rogues of any kind. If you've experienced a fight lasting longer than 4 hours, please hang up and call Hasbro immediately.
Oh, and quit your players.